Hey guys, so I have actually been wanting to do this for a while, and right now seems like the perfect time because I'm really transitioning. I have a few down days, and I have a lot of stuff that's going on. So, I'm most recently, I just got off the phone. I just got a quote for 800 something dollars. Because to winterize my van, um, which really is like nothing. Like they're actually not even doing much at all. They're replacing my thermostat, which I just had replaced in July. So I called those guys. They're gonna try to help me out because they were like super nice. Um, but they're replacing a belt, replacing a thermostat, swapping some fluid, like 800. Anyway, and I just spent $200 on my universal joints, not including the parts. So, but live in a van. It's cheap. It's easy. I'm like telling everyone that I like only have monthly bills of $200, but this stuff, gotta keep that in mind. Um, so anyway, hopefully that'll work out better than what it is right now. I've got my dad on the phone with them, so he's probably like barking and bargaining at them. Um, so that'll be nice. Hopefully he'll get some progress there. So anyway, I'm currently in Portland, Maine, which is on the coast of Maine. I don't know why I went coast, but I was like, let's see, let's swap this for you. So I was like, I was like here in Maine. Now I'm like, oh, here, and this is oh, and this is the coast. It's really hard because I'm in mirror with my laptop right now. But anyway, so I'm on the coast of Maine, and like it's nice. It's like 40 degrees today, which everyone here is like, oh my god, it's so cold today. But I just left Rangeley, where it was like 20 degrees for the past 2 days, and when I left, it was snowing, and I had to drive through snow for the first time in years. First time since I ran my Jeep into a barn in the snow. First time since snow after that. I just realized that. Um, anyway, I survived. No totaled vehicles or smashed barns. Progress. Um, yeah, so I got here, and I'm just kind of like taking it easy. Got the hotel for 2 nights, which is something I don't usually do. But I really wanted to have a place to just hang out all day while the van was getting serviced because, I mean, just like walking around a city waiting on things to be done is so physically and mentally exhausting. I did it in Nashville and I will never do that again. I will just book a hotel for like 3 nights. Also, Choice Hotels gives great discounts, so check that out. I'm a member. So, yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out here, trip planning. I currently have drafted out a 6 night trip to Montana. So I'm very excited. I actually have like, as of today, oh, my dad's calling. So not a whole lot of good news. This place is charging me out the wazoo for labor. But like my timeline and the amount of money I want to spend sitting at a hotel is about capped. So I don't really have a choice. But like I had said, I just got my thermostat replaced. So I did call my homies in Nashville. They're going to like completely refund me for my thermostat and labor. So that does cut $200. And then there was like a license plate light that's out. So I am like done paying people to do stupid stuff. So I'm going to YouTube how to replace a license plate light, and then I'm going to go to Napa and I'm going to get a license plate light, and then I'm going to change that mug, and I'm not going to spend $50 on that because what? So yeah. Also, I mostly drive at daytime, so I'm not really concerned about that. So that's my car update. It's not great. Not great stuff. However, great stuff is on the way. Like I said, I keep saying like I said. I am going to Montana. I have been, I was gonna tell you what my job is, but I'm actually still waiting on a couple of things to like be secure in that. So, I'm not gonna share that information yet because it seems risky. Because like every time I say I'm about to do something awesome, the awesomeness gets ripped right out from underneath me. So I'm just gonna like hang tight, and let you guys see that for yourself. But we'll talk about what I've been doing. I just left Rangeley, Maine, which is 20 minutes ish from like the Canadian border. It's super northeastern Maine, completely rural. This little smile I have when I think about Rangeley is just so cute. Like that place, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. First of all, I was like hardly done with the van build. Literally not done. It was hardly functional. I didn't even have a bed. I think the last day we hooked up my batteries and put in my bed. No, we did my batteries a few days before that because the day after we did my batteries, one of them completely exploded while I was driving. I have a picture. I'll post it. So, literally finished my van build, and then the next day packed everything and headed out. So I think this is actually the first time I've planned to leave somewhere in my van, and it's all organized and situated and everything's not everywhere, and I'm going to Maine. It was a 6-week position as a server that actually turned into dishwashing before I ever even left. I wrote about it in my blog, so find that info there. So they said I would be washing dishes. I mostly did. I served about as much as equally as I washed dishes, though. They are a very special place. Grants Camp has my heart. I mean, for it to be my very first official seasonal job, like I worked at the beach, but it wasn't like an official seasonal position. It was like, hey, I'm seasonal, and they were like, okay. But this was like a seasonal hire. So with that, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Just like, in the industry, I'm a very committed person. So for me to know that I have a deadline and things can't always be fixed because I won't always be there to fix them, it's kind of nice. Like, it's kind of really frustrating and makes me want to, like, scream all the time. when things are bad, but at the same time, like, I would have got caught up there fixing, like, it's probably fine. Like, I just probably think my way is better. And, there are things that can be improved always, but let it ride, dude. Like, they've been running this place kind of by the seat of their pants for I don't know how long. I mean, they did have more help previously when the owner's wife was not sick, but Sammy does an amazing job with what she knows and what she's given, and the staff just kind of makes it happen. It's very unstructured, to say the least. And I was warned that, but I have never in my life been in such an unstructured environment. But I loved it. The people I met, I will forever remember. I learned a lot of lessons. And I think that God, a lot of times, I've been saying this, that God will put people in your path to show you what you need, to give you what you need, and to help you learn. And you just have to open yourself and realize that that's what's happening to literally be able to survive it. Because otherwise I would be like, what the heck? All the freaking time. But I've like kind of shifted my thinking to every time something is going crazy and wrong, I'm just like, okay, this situation is a lesson. And it's been really helpful. For instance, when I was hired / got to camp, there was a person there that had come in this season and has kind of like a more upscale job in the industry. And so, there were a lot of I don't know how to say this. Like, I was given impressions of people before I met them. And I'm not impressed by the way that these people were talked about and the way that the person that was supposed to be leading us talked down on everybody that had been there for so long running it with no help. And frankly, with no one to try to help them, because it seems like the only motive that was there was replace. When these people love this place and they've been working there and they don't know what they don't know. So for us to come in and say, completely clean house, or for us to come in and say, we're going to demote you, seemed so unfair and so cold and just not the way that I was brought up. So I'm actually very thankful for that lesson, in that it knocked me back down to a place that I was in Spartanburg, South Carolina, where I had a lot of misjudgment there when I first started, and then I learned the people, and I got down on their level, and I worked with them, and I became friends with them, and I started learning. I just learned their characters, and like, then I understood, and then they even like, I don't know if it was me understanding, or I don't know if it was like them knowing that I'm not here to ridicule and take over, I'm just here to help. I don't know what switched, but every time I do that and get on the level of somebody that I'm like struggling with coworker wise, I always end up like loving that person and understanding and just like Like, when I got to camp, the people that I associated with at the beginning and the people that I associated with the end are completely different. And it's so funny because that happens to me at every restaurant that I go to. I go in and off gate, these people seem like they're my people and like they know what they're doing, and they're usually like cutthroat buttholes. So I'm just very thankful that I was shown that side of things again. Off gate, as soon as I come back to full time from coronavirus, like 40 hours every week. I haven't done that since March. So for me to be knocked down as soon as I come back, like, I'm so happy because that's the real stuff. Like, that's the realness of our industry and our I don't know how to explain it, but always develop your own thought process. Always develop your own relationships. You never know. You can trust somebody's opinion on somebody, but what if they have never taken any time with that person and tried to mold them, or tried to even get in and just had a simple conversation? That's all you have to do most of the time. And just for me, just do that with people, you know, because like, I'm sure there's a lot of things that people hear about me or like misjudgments, and they might be true. They might not be true. They might be completely opposite of who the people that are closest to me feel like I am. And a lot of times I feel like that's super true. So anyway, I just went on like a big rant about people and judging them, but don't judge people because only God judges people. Okay. So anyway, that's my TED Talk on that. Moving forward, I loved Maine. And I'm really excited about my, how many days do I have? About my 12 days off until I hopefully start my next position. So throughout these 12 days, I'm really wanting to vlog more, because I think it's a much quicker way for me to update. And also, I'm very critical when I write, and I like for it to be perfect. And sometimes it's also hard for me to write when it's hardly ever hard for me to just talk and vent. So I really want to start doing this more, and also showing you guys like really cool locations that I come to in the next week and a half or so, and then continuing on forever. So I'm going to leave this here for now. I do want to show you my van. Like I told you, it's in the shop at the doctor's right now. I'm at this lovely hotel in Portland. So when I get it back, I don't know why I keep calling her it in the van when her name is Vienna, and I should be ashamed of myself. I have a gnarly cough, but it's not COVID because I got tested weekly. Anyway, I will update soon, and peace, love, and blessings, y'all. I just thought of that again, and I think I'll sign off every time like that now, because peace, love, blessings.